New Head & Shoulders Itchy Scalp Care with eucalyptus. Respect the scalp, love the hair.
I'm here because he hangs here. Because you don't see this every day. Because we read the books.
And watched the movies.
And now we're living it.
Because I can fly with Harry.
Follow me!
Because now I can turn my brother back into a human being.
From unforgettable adventures to the wizarding world of Harry Potter. Only at Universal Orlando Resort.
Morning, everybody. Let's get started. Kenny?
At 7, I'm going to throw your newspaper into the bushes.
Can you make it 7:30 when the sprinklers come on?
Done.
Ned?
At 10:45, I'll let you know that a computer virus totally wiped out your hard drive.
Terrific. Janine?
On your way to the client presentation, you're going to blow a tire and have to walk across town to get there.
Will it be raining?
Hard.
Great. Becky, anything to add? You're still going to be giving me the silent treatment for no apparent reason. Awesome. Good thing I had my orange juice.
Take on the day with the natural goodness of 100% pure Florida orange juice.
Duty calls out in the neighborhood, and you're the guy that answers. That's why you rely on Chevy. Because every new Silverado carries a 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. That's 40,000 more than the Ford F-150. The 2011 Chevy Silverado. And now, qualified buyers can use their All-Star Edition discount for a total value of $6,000.
From the Edge with Peter Lick is coming to your iPad. From the Edge app or iPad. Get it today. Now, your local on the 8s.
Looking live at the flooding along the Red River in Moorhead, Minnesota. We'll have a report from Janelle Klein in the next half hour. But residents in Fargo, North Dakota are breathing a little easier this morning as the Red River levels off. More rain today could add to some flooding concerns. So joining us now on the phone is meteorologist Al Volker with the National Weather Service Grand Forks office. Good morning, Al. Thanks for joining us again this morning. I want to talk about the crest at Fargo. We've had a crest, so I understand yesterday. Is there any concern about a second crest?
Well, I'm not sure if we've totally had a crest now. The river has been holding pretty much steady between 38.5 and 39 feet. Really hasn't done much in the last day or so. Our big concern is going to be what kind of rainfall we get today. We had some thunderstorms that tracked across the headwaters region of the Red last night, but pretty isolated in nature. They were moving pretty fast, so I don't think that's going to have much of an impact.
And how would you compare this year's flooding to some of the worst that you've had in the region? Has it been a bad season?
Well, this is my 28th flood for the Red River, and they're all different, but I think we're a little bit better prepared this year, and I think that helped a lot. One of the big problems we get is overland flooding, and that's really tough to pin down sometimes, and it's also different every year. But I think the overall preparedness has been a little bit better, so I think it was a little easier.
And this year, it seems like the snow melt happened a little slower, which I would imagine would help as well.
Yeah, similar to last year, we had very nice snow melt, and we didn't really have a lot of precipitation during the snow melt. We had a kind of a heavier snow event that happened in late March, but that occurred over areas that didn't have a lot of snow cover, whereas the Southern Valley kind of lucked out a little bit.
All right, Al Volker, thanks so much for the information this morning. We are watching 21 gauges in flood stage right now. The forecast is for 22 in the next 24 hours. Again, in major flooding right now, all here into the Midwest. We've got the Red River. We also got the Mississippi River and the St. Croix River as well that we've been watching very closely. This week, there's many of them that are going to crest this week, if they haven't already. About Wednesday or Thursday seems to be the timing. But any additional rain would be a concern. And, you know, it's not just the rivers we're watching. We also have concerns here across parts of Wisconsin, because today thunderstorms in the forecast, and we've got flood watch up. Streams and creeks going to be impacted as well. We could see some pretty heavy rainfall with these thunderstorms coming in, and I think especially into southeastern parts of Minnesota, into Wisconsin, into eastern Iowa, northern Illinois. That's where some of the heaviest of rainfall will be with the thunderstorms as well. So let's track this low. This is the low we're actually tracking out of Colorado. It's going to be moving up today and tonight through the Midwest, tracking east along the cold front. There will be thunderstorms popping with the upper level low itself. We're going to be watching for a couple of showers still remaining, at least in Wisconsin, on Monday. Todd.
Well, thanks so much, Jen. You know, again, severe weather is our other big story today. Joining us now to discuss that is John Hart with the Storm Prediction Center, affectionately known as the SPC. And, sir, appreciate you joining us this morning. Curious, again, you guys have had a moderate risk for this day, actually 2 days out. So curious, at least, what are you thinking about the forecast for today?
It looks like it could be a pretty active severe weather event across portions of Minnesota and Wisconsin later today. Storms forming somewhere near Minneapolis, tracking or down the cold front into Iowa, and again spreading across Wisconsin and possibly into upper Michigan by evening.
And I'm curious, you know, earlier this week we, of course, had that record number of at least 24-hour storm reports there. Do you think there's a chance, again, that we could see that going really from, say, Sunday through Monday?
Perhaps, although I think this is primarily a one-day major event. There's going to be a lot of severe weather extending southward into the Mississippi Valley and southern plains. But I think compared to the event a few days ago, this is a much more focused and potentially more serious up there in Wisconsin. We could have some long-track damaging tornadoes if things play wrong.
All right, Mr. John Hart, thank you so much again with the Storm Prediction Center. We'll again have continuing coverage throughout the day. This potential outbreak. Jen?
Well, still to come on Weekend View. We've got continuing coverage of this major outbreak of severe weather, including tornadoes from the upper Midwest to the plains into the Great Lakes. We're tracking the storms all the way into tonight.
The size of these freaking pieces of hell.
Did you know Prilosec OTC can stop frequent heartburn before it begins? Heartburn happens when stomach acid refluxes into the esophagus. Prilosec OTC uses a unique delayed release system that protects the medicine as it passes through the stomach's tough acid. Then it gets absorbed into the body, turning off many acid-producing pumps at the source. With just one pill a day, you get 24-hour heartburn protection, all day and all night. Prilosec OTC. Heartburn gone, power on.
The Bookit.com site-wide half-price sale is live, but only through midnight Monday and only on Bookit.com. Book your vacation on Bookit.com by midnight Monday and get site-wide half-price vacation deals in top destinations. But remember, the Bookit.com site-wide half-price sale ends at the stroke of midnight Monday. So, you know what to do.
You better book it to Bookit.com. You better book it.
At Goodyear, everything we've learned making tires for Hollywood stunt drivers inspires what we roll into yours. Refined handling for a smooth ride. Goodyear, more driven.
Free is better. Do your simple return for free with the Federal Free Edition at TurboTax.com. TurboTax, the most trusted brand of tax software.
Can you enjoy vegetables with sauce and still reach your weight loss goals? You can with Green Giant frozen vegetables. Over 20 delicious varieties have 60 calories or less per serving and are now Weight Watchers endorsed. Try Green Giant frozen vegetables with sauce.
Why settle for the other guy's fish sandwich? Get our new seafood feast. Wild Alaskan pollock, plump shrimp, and a scrumptious crab cake for just $5.99. Can't make a sandwich out of that. At Long John Silver's, we speak fish.
I can't enjoy my own barbecue with these nasal allergies.
I know what works differently than many other allergy medications. Omneris. Omneris to the nose. Did you know nasal symptoms like congestion can be caused by allergic inflammation? Omneris relieves your symptoms by fighting inflammation. Side effects may include headache, nosebleed, and sore throat.
I toss those allergy symptoms out of my party.
Omneris. Ask your doctor. Battling nasal allergy symptoms? Omneris combats the cause. Get Omneris for only $11 at omneris.com.
Retirement your way. That's a pretty big promise. But if you're a homeowner 62 or older, One Reverse Mortgage can give you the retirement you deserve. I'm Henry Winkler, and I want to tell you about a One Reverse Mortgage. It's a government-insured loan that turns your home's equity into tax-free cash. You still own your home, but you never have to make another mortgage payment as long as you live there. You can use it to cover health care expenses, make home improvements, or just use the money for true financial security.
I would know what to do if I hadn't been able to get this mortgage taken off my back. They were my saviors.
Life without mortgage payments, that alone is worth a phone call to One Reverse Mortgage. Call One Reverse Mortgage and get the informative free DVD and booklet, Retirement Your Way. It's free. There is no obligation. So call now. Isn't it time you started to enjoy retirement your way? Because if not now, when?
From the Edge with Peter Lick is coming to your iPad. From the Edge app or iPad. Get it today. Now, your local on the 8s.
Welcome back again. Just want to show some of your eyewitness photos and some pretty crazy video over the last couple of days. This one's coming in out of Tennessee. Again, a pretty wild shot there. Green sending this one in. Again, actually on the left, you can even see quite a bit of upward motion going on in that storm and potentially off to the right. Kind of an odd perspective there, but there may even be a little bit of a roll cloud there. So again, wild times, and we're likely to see some more activity. Please, if you see it, send it. Eyewitness at weather.com. Weather.com/eyewitness. A great way to get us video. You can upload it right into the site. And again, just be safe when you're doing it. Again, a number of these storms will be, of course, if it's enough to make you want to grab the camera, probably going to be a dangerous situation. So again, certainly watch out for the lightning really over the next couple of days. Want to quickly at least show again the water vapor imagery for two things. One is that you can actually see that upper level low. If you remember yesterday, this thing was part of that trough. Again, it was back down through the southwest. Now that cold pocket of air is making its way over really the Colorado-Wyoming border. As that spills out towards the Dakotas and at least portions of Minnesota, that's going to really energize this system, and that's the energy we've been talking about. The other piece I want to mention, dry air on this image is denoted by that orange color, and notice how some of that is working its way up towards the southwestern Great Lakes. There's likely to be a corridor kind of in between some of the heavier rain and thunderstorms over towards St. Louis and then to the north back towards the Arrowhead of Minnesota. So there will be a few areas that really don't see much activity at all. Potentially from Chicago and some of those areas. You really can't rule it out though because the energy is there. It's just that if some of that dry air works in, that could stifle some of the development. So I'm just giving a little shred of hope, but you still need to be on guard. Again, that's what at least that activity is doing right now. Of course, ahead of the warm front of this whole system, that's where we're dealing with some of the more potent thunderstorm activity this morning. There's a look back towards northern lower Michigan, where again, we are dealing with at least a few of the showers and thunderstorms that are set to move off into Lake Huron in just a short time, but still out near Bad Axe that could